far. Jackson playing with great composure in her first Fed Cup tie.
She had some chances there in those 3-all, 15-all. Missed that easy volley. Just serving at 3-4, 30 love.
From Sender, 15 love.
So there's offense of Groenefeld versus defense of Jackson, but let's see. They felt each other out long enough to see who's going to bring the most.
Signal, 30 love.
Well, that's a terrible way to start after winning a set, and Groenefeld knows it may be a little bit of a letdown on her part, but still, those are just total donations.
Rising from 30-15.
Well, Lang confirms. It does take longer to do that than the replay that was recently used at the NASDAQ 100.
The technology worked brilliantly, and one would think the ITF will be receptive to it in both Davis Cup and Fed Cup play. We've seen it in Hopman Cup play already this year, making its debut at Burswood Dome in Perth.
Actually, you're right. I think these team events are perfect for it because it's one court. So it's not the issue I feel. It's just I want to have it on every court of the tournament. Well, every point in that game won by unforced errors.
And those on hand supporting the U.S. side, trying to get more vocal.
Well, I think we've seen enough by now, Brian, to know that the serve isn't going to be the factor. I think so it's going to be important then for each player to get in their share of first serves. And then the real factor is going to be the footwork and the patience working through the clay and being willing to play some defense through these points for both players. And then Groenefeld looking to strike. She's got such weapons, that both backhand and forehands, big shots. For Jackson's got to play airtight. Jackson's got to, since she's not going to be so much offensive wins for her as much as just staying in these points, similar to the way she did in the first set. So she can't afford to give away any of those points.
Not everyone feeling the pressure of Fed Cup play.
Net second serve. Rising from 30-15. Thompson. 40-15. Net for serve.
Out.
Here's the 40-30.
Groenefeld holds at 30. 1-1. Third set. It's the second year of the revamped Fed Cup format. One round has been removed, so the winner of this time moves on to the semifinal, and it's, I think, more agreeable to the players' schedules to have one less commitment. And semifinal contested in July, post Wimbledon, final in September after the U.S. Open.
Well, it also fits in, I think, with Sony Ericsson WTA Tour CEO Larry Scott's vision of this Roadmap 2010 he's talking about ways of streamlining the schedule, maybe looking to build at least a modicum of an off-season sometime in the November-December period. Well played. Jackson had an opening earlier in that point. She probably could have come to net and had a good chance for a volley. But here again, I like the efficiency of this backhand. It's a very simple shot. A cousin, if not a sibling, of the Andre Agassi backhand. In its economy and efficiency. It's a Nick Bollettieri special, those kind of.
The extended tennis family.
Groenefeld, 30-15.
Her second double fault. Anna-Lena went for it.
40-30.
Again, I'm not quite sure why she would do that at 30-all. That's a bad choice. And again, you see her probably over-hitting the ball. You don't need to hit that big a shot. Again, the premise, if you're the player with more weapons, is to get yourself in a position to use them, but you don't have to rush it. You can't hurry love.
Rubber.
80 minutes into this opening rubber. On serve, third set in Ettenheim, Germany.
What has belts tightening and eyes popping all across America? It's the Ab Lounge XL Complete Fitness System.
When it comes to getting in shape, empty promises are a dime a dozen.
But with over 2 million Ab Lounge customers and the results to back it up, we don't make empty promises.
The Ab Lounge XL gets you up off the floor, targeting your abs without wasted effort and making old-fashioned crunches obsolete. It's a complete lifestyle system, including Ab Lounge XL toning routine, healthy eating guide, and an aerobic workout designed to maximize results. It's never been easier to try the Ab Lounge XL system because we're offering a 30-day in-home trial for just $14.95. And best of all, shipping is free. We know you'll love it. But if for some reason you don't, simply call within the trial period, send the system back, and you'll have no additional payments. Best of all, if you return the Ab Lounge XL system because it's not for you, we'll even refund the first payment of $14.95. Call for details. So join the eye-popping revolution today. Call now.
It is the first rubber between the United States and Germany. Leslie Allen, the former pro, on hand watching Anna-Lena Groenefeld. Jamea Jackson, tightly contested match as we're pleased to be working with Joel Drucker. No breaks. Final sets to be followed by Schroef and Kravis. Our second rubber still to come here on the Tennis Channel. Fed Cup presented by BNP Paribas.
It's interesting, Brian, we talked about this youth movement and the U.S. not having won the Fed Cup in 5 years, albeit the winningest Fed Cup nation in history. But it speaks to the growth of Fed Cup and the growth of tennis as an international sport. So many more women getting into the game. So many nations that weren't involved in tennis years ago now having great players. Russia, obviously, the one we talk about a lot, but other ones too. Belgium.
Currently 7 Russians in the top 20, and we'll continue to update what's going on between Russia and Belgium as this time moves along.
When Fed Cup started, there would have been American college players better than the top players from Belgium 43 years ago when this event started. There you see Jackson, some good offense. Their service return is what set up that opportunity. Wow, that's a blistering point. A great kick serve to the corner. And then give the credit to Groenefeld for going for this backhand. Should really lace that one up the line.
Groenefeld, 13-14.
An opening for Jackson.
Wait, please.
Well, Groenefeld hasn't really taken great momentum into this third set. Many times when the better player wins the second set, you feel them then start to take charge of the match in the third. But here, Jackson has kept on grinding away.
Groenefeld plays through the break chance, holds, level at 2. Fitting this tie being played on clay as the road to Roland Garros has started. We'll bring you coverage from the JS Cup in Poland, German Open in Berlin, and Rome in the weeks to come here on the Tennis Channel.
Probably the most physical, tough time of the tennis year. Interesting to see how players like Jackson getting this chance to Fed Cup, how that helps them through the rest of the clay court season.
And
confidence, experience.
Unlike the ATP Tour, we will see some Americans in clay events in Europe.
Well, I think those Americans will start to show up at the other ones in Hamburg and Rome. They were none of them.
Zero in Monaco.
Out. 30 love.
And again, you see Groenefeld, she fights off the break point, levels the match, but again, not really taking the momentum that's hers. Significantly more unforced errors than her opponent. Groenefeld came in from too far back in the court, left a lot of territory open for that down-the-line pass.
Jackson flawless in that game. Her shot making has been impressive and leads 3-2 in the third set. U.S. versus Germany.
Saab was founded by 16 aircraft engineers. Their spirit lives on. Saab 9-3 Sports Sedan with an available 250 horsepower turbocharged V6. Once you've built jets, you don't build just another car. Saab, born from jets.
Your life doesn't have one dimension. Neither should your beer. The rewarding taste of Michelob Ultra. Perfectly balanced and made for today. Live life to the ultra.
Spicy moments in this opening rubber between the U.S. and Germany.
Did you say spicy? I like that. Spicy?
Thank you. I bring a thesaurus to these competitions.
Spicy.
Sind beide 15-0.
90 minutes in, and I give a lot of credit to Jackson for the way she's gone about competing in this match. Well, that's a great play. Win or lose, whatever comes of Jackson this match, I think is a great lesson for anyone who plays the game at any level. Make the person beat you. Force them to beat you. And you see the way she really dug in early in the match and kind of created an atmosphere, an approach that was saying to Groenefeld, sure, you can hit harder than me, but there are things I can do too. I can run. I'm not going to overhit. and you're going to have to beat me.
30 all.
It's tempting when you come up against a better player to feel you have to hit as hard as them. To feel that you've got your 4-cylinder car and you've got a drag race their 6 or 8-cylinder car, and you got to, can't do that. You got to kind of stick to some of the things that work well for you and have faith in them. Likewise for Groenefeld, who's been a little bit stuck in the mud throughout this match. Well, she had a point for 3-1. Now she's got a point for 4-2. See how much depth she gets on this return.
And there is a large break. First of the third set, 4-2 Jackson.
Well, the depth on the return was impressive. I saw it. That was well struck, and that helped her get her way into the point. Groenefeld never really able to take offense, and here she tries to take offense from a bad position.
Groenefeld broken 5 times in this opening rubber. Finds the corner.
15 love. Brasileño. 30 love. Tras expulsa 30-15.
A little too tentative on that prior volley. Gave Groenefeld the chance to run it down. The dirty business of winning. It's tough when you get into that finish line. Well, at 30 love, Jackson went for a forehand. Worth trying, but she just missed it. These last 2 points, she's played very nervously. Obviously, the occasion weighing on her.
And a chance for Groenefeld to reclaim the break. An exchange of breaks, and the tension builds. Third set, first rubber, United States and Germany.
Oi, check this, right? 3 million drivers switched to Geico last year, yeah? I'm telling you this, why? Well, because I want you to help spread the word. Bloke hears that number, he's quite impressed. He's like, 3 million, that's a lot of people, why wasn't I invited? Then you're like, of course you're invited. So he stops by geico.com and he gets his free rate quote. OK, sure, all right, it's not a real party, it's a website, but at least now the fella's done his homework.
Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
When my allergies get really bad, I feel like I'm in a fog. Now I'm Claritin Clear. Claritin gives me non-drowsy relief from my worst symptoms for 24 hours. It's the only one proven to make you alert and focused. Got it. Non-drowsy Claritin. Live Claritin Clear.
Sunlight travels 93 million miles to turn our grapes into sun-made raisins. And that's all we put in. Grapes and sunshine. Sun-made raisins. Nothing but grapes and sunshine.
Anna-Lena Groenefeld getting the break back, serving to level the set.
Fed Cup and team play, the only events where on-court coaching is permitted. So it's interesting to wonder what the coaches talk about with these players and what they tell them and how they tell them how to calm down and focus. But I've been flipping around on the on-court coaching issue. I used to be in favor, but I think I like the solitary aspect of tennis. I like that there's that one player in the arena who's got to figure things out. But again, there you see Laurie McNeil, assistant coaches. That's Jean Nation of the USTA in the sunglasses. Head of professional women's tennis for the USTA. Long-standing WTA official for many years. I thought Catherine Rinaldi was the assistant coach.
Concentrarse. 15-30.
$15-30.
Well, we said a while ago there might be a fair amount of service breaks in this match, Brian. It's again a well-constructed point from Groenefeld, using that kick serve to open up the court for this drive. That kick serve pulls Jackson out of the court. Oh, that's just too good. Shallow service return, and Groenefeld steps in, cracks that backhand.
Groenefeld consolidates for all third sets.
Well, Groeneveld's forced Jackson a little bit into trying to play a little more aggressive. You see this point, this was the break point. Looks, she rips that up the line. Oh, no, I'm sorry, this is the game point. And she tries to, there was a bad shot selection from Jackson trying to go down the line.
And a reminder, more Fed Cup tennis to come. At the conclusion of this match, Struff and Krabus in the second rubber. That's coming up here on the Tennis Channel. Groenefeld lashing out picking up the intensity.
Well, secondly, she's got to use those weapons. Got to get those feet into it and take it to her. Look at this. That was a great point. Great return. Sets up the easy volley. Then again, at 4-all, what's going to be easy?
Fourth double faults.
That opening tie in a team competition, Fed Cup, Davis Cup, we've seen really sets the tone. I think that's Anke Uber on the right, shrugging her shoulders, the great German player. Well, Groenefeld played 2 fine points in this game.
A flash of emotion by Anna-Lena Groenefeld. She breaks and can serve for the rubber when we come back here on the Tennis Channel.
What has belts tightening and eyes popping all across America? It's the Ab Lounge XL Complete Fitness System.
When it comes to getting in shape, empty promises are a dime a dozen. But with over 2 million Ab Lounge customers and the results to back it up, we don't make empty promises.
The Ab Lounge XL gets you up off the floor, targeting your abs without wasted effort and making old-fashioned crunches obsolete. It's a complete lifestyle system, including Ab Lounge XL toning routine, healthy eating guide, and an aerobic workout designed to maximize results. It's never been easier to try the Ab Lounge XL system because we're offering a 30-day in-home trial for just $14.95. And best of all, shipping is free. We know you'll love it. But if for some reason you don't, simply call within the trial period, send the system back, and you'll have no additional payments. Best of all, if you return the Ab Lounge XL system because it's not for you, we'll even refund the first payment of $14.95. Call for details. So join the eye-popping revolution today. Call now.
Ettenheim, located on the Rhine River as the wave rolls through the tennis club. Anna-Lena Groenefeld rallying from a 2-4 deficit in this third set, serving for the match.
Well, she has picked it up. Not until that 4-all game did she look at any way that she was looking positive as she could win. And she is playing some superb tennis these last 2 games.
From Jamea, 15-all.
Again, we talked it at 4-2. When Jackson was serving at 4-2, we call it about the dirty business of winning. It's just tough to close out a match. That's what the great players are able to do, and it's not easy.
Break chance. Jackson breaks. Extends this final set. Level at 5.
Well, that's some good fighting from Jackson. Just didn't quite go away, but wow, you could just feel her fingers on the ledge. I mean, Groenefeld played such a good game at 4-all. Started off so well serving out for the match. And interesting to have one of those blood pressure skin response devices on his players now. I mean, it is nerve-wracking out there. Oh, both a little tentative. Jackson very tentative with the forehand volley. Had a good chance to crunch that one in the point and then handed it back to Groenefeld, who had a very easy forehand. I thought she was going to take it up the line.
Almost crunched her racket.
That's right. That's a well-constructed point. Using the kick serve again to draw her opponent out. Groeneveld's done that a lot, but Jackson hasn't done that too often today.
After the break, Jackson holds at 15. Leads 6-5 in the third on the Tennis Channel.
The Tennis Channel presents Bag Check. Your look at all the gear the players are carrying around. Today on Bag Check, Max Mirny.
Hello, I'm Max Mirny, and here's my bag check. I hope there are not too many objects here that are parental discretion is advised. I have 3 rackets. Got a stencil in here, a couple strings for my new string job, 3 other rackets, different tensions. I have a lot of waters here. I'm about to leave the site, so I have a lot of waters to hydrate myself overnight. I one by walkover, and then use a lot of my clothes. So got an extra wristband, shorts, socks, a lot of flies here in Australia, so I have my scent here against the mosquitoes. Always useful. I learned to use it after about 9 years coming to Australia. I'm Max Mirny, and that was my bag check.
This has been Bag Check. Get bag checks on all your favorite players only on the Tennis Channel.
Momentum has been elusive in this third set. Groenefeld, a chance to serve for the match.
Tie.
Had it at 30 all, ninth game. And a reminder, no tiebreak, third set in Fed Cup play.
Lovely.
That's a nice point, I think, for about half a second as that volley teetered on the net. Groenefeld was about to feel she's going to have a nightmare, but that was a well-played point from both players. Groenefeld coming forward. It's a little tentative, but gets away with it. Jamea Jackson grinding away. You feel her excitement. Look at those legs moving. Momentum has shifted so much in this third set. Jackson leading, and Groenefeld serving for it.
15-30. Her sixth double faults, and a match point arises for Jamea Jackson.
And perhaps the worst double fault of all to bring her match point down. Again, let's pay attention to the depth of Jackson's return on this point. Too deep. The return barely cleared the service line, and that gave Groenefeld the chance to take advantage of it, pounce on it.
Another untimely double fault. Second in this game. cannot close it out, and it's deuce.
This set almost lasting almost as long, Brian, as the other two combined.
As we close in on the 2-hour mark. Another game point dissolved.
Well, Groenefeld, she's got to slow things down here. She's not got to not rush and slow it down. Groeneveld's got, she's eager to get on with this and take charge of this match, but she's got to slow things down, keep Jackson out here. Well, that was a clutch passing shot from Jackson on the run. She's got some great foot speed, and she sure using that point. Forehand really set up that easy winner. Look at this scramble. Right down the line, sets it up.
A second match point for Jamea Jackson. Jamea Jackson is victorious in her Fed Cup debut. Gives the United States a 1-love edge in the best-of-5 format.
A remarkable effort. Unquestionably the biggest win of Jamea Jackson's career. And just an incredible way to set the tone for this entire tie, Brian. Again, as we talked about, the first match really sets the tone, gives the flavor. And here the U.S., the young team, off to a great start. I mean, this is incredible effort from Jackson.
So the rookie wins her first time out in Fed Cup play. And we'll come back with the match particulars in just one moment. It's a win for Jackson and the United States.
Saab was founded by 16 aircraft engineers. Their spirit lives on. Introducing the all-new Saab 97X. Once you've built jets, you don't build just another SUV. Saab, born from jets.
Imagine a first kiss that has the passion of a lifetime behind it.
The first kiss was great. This is something special. This is different than all the rest.
It felt so natural to be kissing him.
It was so natural. It was so good. And they're still good.
That's really the key, isn't it? To be matched so well that it just gets better with time.
When I saw her and looked into her eyes and, you know, we hugged and had our first kiss. How do you describe that? I mean, it was...
very magical.
It just knocks me sideways.
Like electricity.
It's electricity. That's the only way I can describe it.
Oh my. It was something so amazing.
When our lips met, it was like, this is the one I've been looking for.
That's how I felt too.
Experience the power of love based on true compatibility. It starts with your compatibility profile. A $50 value, yours free. eHarmony.com. Log on today.
Fed Cup by BNP Paribas on the Tennis Channel is brought to you in part by Sun-Made Natural California Raisins. Nothing but grapes and sunshine. In terms of Rankings and stature of the event, undeniably the biggest win in the young pro career of Jamea Jackson. She defeats Anna-Lena Groenefeld in 3 sets, giving United States the 1-love edge. Let's hear from Jamea courtside.
I think everyone kind of underestimated our entire team. Us not coming here with the top American players. But all the players here are very good, and we're all able to hold on the court with anybody. So, no, I'm not really surprised, but I am happy.
And in the third set, it's been a really close match. She had 1 serve 4, then you come back, and you had no respect, I think. You played your style, and you fight it till the end.
Yeah, I don't think it wasn't that I had respect. You know, I have respect for every player I play. I think she's a great player, but at the same time, I believe in my abilities, and I just went out and played the way that I play, and I was able to pull it out this time.
What we'll see in the next match, Jill against Truth?
Yes, you know, our number 1 player is great. I think she'll pull it out. I think she'll go out and try as hard as she can, and that's all we ask.
Thank you very much. Also, nochmal kurz zusammengefasst.
Well, give the credit to Jackson. She just played a great match. She fought well. She came out focused from the get-go. You see the draws, looking what's going on this weekend. A lot of good matches, all on clay. U.S. taking that 1-love lead, I think that is just so huge. That sets the tone of the tie in such a different way than had it lost. It's going to be very different. And again, I think this next match, a lot of the pressure is now going to be on Schroef. Because when your team is down 1-love, you got to pick it up, or else you're going to be in a big hole.
And certainly it reduces some of the pressure on the United States, turning to the only player on this roster with any Fed Cup experience, Krabus, who took the only prior meeting against Schroef a few weeks back at Amelia Island. We'll come back with that match in just a few moments. Both players had some shaky moments with their serve, combining for 12 breaks. Jackson cashing in on 7 of them, and she emerges the winner, giving the United States a victory in the opening rubber. For my broadcast partner, Joel Drucker, this is Brian Weber. You're watching Fed Cup by BNP Paribas here on the Tennis Channel.
When my